Hello, my dear friends. This is Ouassima Issrae. Hope you are doing well, and I'm so happy to come to your daily life, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, and telling you a bit about my adventures these last months, what I have been up to, and also this video will be a kind of check point for my practice and where I am at. This year, practically these last years have been a traveling time for me, and I've been going through different lands and meeting with different people, and I'm so grateful to have the cards, but not only, even the dream world and shamanic practice, to have my own cocoon in which I can find my center. I'm quite an introvert, even if I appear to be extrovert for some people, but I really love to be in my own space and taking time to process information that I'm downloading for my books or my clients, to process as well my emotions, because I feel a lot of things. I'm sure if you are hypersensitive, you as well have this tendency of feeling people, feeling the places. And this gets really multiplied when we are traveling, because our senses are quite open, and we receive information from the outer planes, at the same time from our inner planes. And the last months have been a bit challenging for me, because I had some situations where I needed to be assertive, but at the same time be loving and embracing people. And this kind of situation, one specific situation during the trip, took a lot of energy from me, because obviously living in a negative environment for a long time has a negative impact on not just me, I think on everyone, and physically, mentally, and emotionally, especially with some narcissistic people or negative people. And the cards and my practice helps me to protect myself, and also to retrieve into a peaceful land where I can think and plan my next steps wisely. Because when we are under emotional influences, of course, our judgment can get clouded. So I can tell you more maybe another time, but all that to say that I'm grateful to have these tools, and to share with you today some of them. So when we are traveling, we are going through different places, right? And we have to pack and unpack many times, as the trip that I have been organizing for my participants in Turkey, or the trip that I just get back from in Mongolia. I had very limited space, but I must say I ventured and took at least 3 decks that I'm going to share with you today. So one of the decks that I'm sure you've seen already, let me just see if the camera is good here. So one of the decks that I have been using since the beginning of the year is Mother Peace Tarot. Since I met with Vicky Noble, she really made a big impact on my journey and my connection to our history and the archaeology world. And that's what we do when we travel. We visit museums, places that have history, and we try to find the symbols that not only are depicted there, but also symbols that speak to us. It's the land that speaks to us, it's our ancestors, it's the cosmic influences, the moon, the sun, and this deck has a lot of symbols, and they are so much. These symbols are so much alive in the lands that I have visited. So yeah, this is an example of a study that I am doing at the moment about the Berbers and the Amazigh in North Africa, and here we can find, and this reminds me of the tessili, where we can see these symbols drawn. And they are quite shamanic. It's really interesting. So these symbols speak to me personally about the journey I am having with the Great Mother, and where she is, and what messages do I have to carry in my life to embody her principles and to share them with others. And the deck is, I wish I could have the bigger version, because it's really, I feel like the deck is a teacher. The Hierophant who just passed by has a lot of messages from the Great Mother and from my ancestors. So yeah, it's a really teacher deck. The other deck that I got really surprised by and I really enjoyed having is I think the Coastal Curiosities Oracle deck. It's my companion. We have been friends for many months now. And yeah, it speaks by itself. I've been doing readings for people through the journey. And sharp. This is how it is. This is how magical this deck is. We collaborate really, really well together, and I am really loving it. I feel it's a great deck to read with. Yeah, so I got a call. So this deck is just a deck of wonders, and I'm so impatient to receive the tarot deck, because this Oracle made me love this style, and I feel like it's alive. I've been through forests, I've been through the sea, I've been through the desert, I've been through so many different areas these last months, that this has been an anchor with its humor, the different symbols, but also the openness. It's a quite open deck. It has this capacity to give you guidance, but at the same time let you be free in it, and it gives you so many things to enrich your reading, especially when you are giving one to clients along the road. The next deck that was a great surprise. I don't know why it wanted to come with me. This deck was on my selling box. I was selling this box. I mean, this deck, I'm like, we are not able to connect. I'm not sure we're gonna do a long path together. But when I was preparing my bags, this deck came so many times in my mind. I'm like, okay, you want to come, so what is it that you want to say about things? And it has been a great deck. I am just in love with this one. I don't like the color. The orange color is too much for me. It's not something I really enjoy. And I don't have the new version. But the type of reading it offers is just so deep, so accurate. It has this ability to portray exactly what the situation is about. This card came so many times, and I traveled with many women, and we were having fun with our cards and picking up, this card came a lot. And with one of the participants, we were talking about how it shows the different allies we have, and since our childhood we have been connecting with them, but now it's kind of, our connection is growing deeper because we are healing our childhood. We are healing these traumas of power, of the pyramid, instead of doing things in a circle. I really realized that our spiritual world, or like community outside, is not always inhabited by lovely people. Of course, there are some people with really good heart, but I think we have to be careful as well about those who they wear the sheep coat, but inside they have a different character, and they want instead to take from you instead of giving you. And so these people, I think we don't talk about them enough, as if it's something it stays hidden, it stays underground. But I think we really need to voice when things have not been working, and when we face these situations, what do we do? Sometimes it's not only about voicing, it's about deciding which path you want to take. And what was the inspiration from the Great Mother for me when facing all of these is embodying love. Yes, is not just about accepting what is happening, but instead it's acting, going through the difficult situations while keeping your core pure, keeping truth. And truth, really, not everyone is ready to hear it or to see it. Sometimes we want to veil and our eyes and say, okay, I think everything is all right, but no, it's not. And the first thing to protect is our core, is our innocence. It's our perception of the world. It's our goal. What are we here to do? What are we here to realize? What to do? To serve. How do we want to serve? How do we want to continue living? Do we want to continue living like the other persons that hurt and just destroy our trust? Or do we want to keep the high values? And that's when you have won in the polarity war, because you decided to go deeper, to understand yourself, to learn more about yourselves, but also to keep hope, faith, and the high principles. So that's one of the things that came through my journeys, and this deck has been kind of great help during these transitions that I have been through. So when I was not traveling and when I was on site, let's say, I've been still again and again with my two companions, which are the Vision Quest tarot, that also came a lot in my mind. And I don't know why I think again this deck is underrated, because I mean it's a wonderful deck. Okay, let me just put these two together because they have been great combo together. Oh, look. Look how this is magical. New creation with the clone, or with the Fool. Grandfather with community. This is really great. Trust yourself with Seven of Air, fertility. So you see how these two speak together. They are really fun. And the creative force with Father of Air. Seven of Water, excess, allowing. So one of the focus for this year is to connect to the First Nations, and whether it's my ancestors or in other nations. So for example, in Mongolia, I went to meet with the nomads and learn with some shamans. And I was really happy to see their own vision of the world and the necessity for us to connect with all ancestors, not only what we think are ours, but really the ancestors of all humanity in our times, to learn more, to find new solutions that we didn't see, because they have lived through many things. They crossed many centuries, and that's how we were born. So they have pearls of wisdom while we are living in opposition with the principles of life. And so getting back to that and seeing the different perspectives they have, this is in this energy. We are reading at the moment. I hold this book club where we study different shamanic books and we practice together. And the one I'm studying this at the moment is called White Buffalo Woman Comes Singing by Brooke Medicine Eagle. She's one of the elders that I study with, and she's really an amazing soul. And it's part of that, reconnecting to the Lakota tradition in a new way. First Nation. This is exactly what I am. I feel like the Great Mother is present through their cultures, and she is coming to me in this sense to see her, strengthen my relationship to her, and see what are the next steps for myself, how to be of service again and again and again for the well-being of me, but also the well-being of all. So this deck is in that spirit, and I love how they work together. Sorry. So another deck that is being my favorite at the moment, and I don't know how I came to get it out again. It has been some years now, but the Cat People tarot deck. So I have the box just here, this one. So I didn't use it that much as I wanted, but this deck has come to me as well when I got it made. So some tarot decks come whether for you, I know they come through dreams or through the mind, or like they keep popping up. And when I got it many years ago, that's what happened. And then I used it, and then let's explore other cards. But now it's coming back screaming, because I really feel connected to it for my daily draws. It has been accurate, but also it's kind of connecting you to the archetype of the, not only the cats, to be honest, but the feline and the tigers, the lions, these amazing spirits. I love this. These amazing spirits that in this deck I feel they are cosmic, and this connects me back to Lyra and the book Cats People as well, or the Lions People, I think its name. I really believe that the cats and the lions come from other dimensions, and there are some planets and constellations that are very much related to this. So this deck, with its style of painting, makes me connected to higher spheres, or to other realms that are different from here, and that allows a bigger view and a different view. So I'm really enjoying this deck. I feel like we are getting to know each other's again, and we will see how things go together. All right, so another deck that I have been enjoying, and not necessarily for readings, but just watching, imagining, contemplating. This is really a great deck. So I think it's called Landscape Tarot deck, if I remember, just checking. I hope I'm right with this one. Just forget the names, but the style of painting is as if like, sometimes when you, as for example, when I am back and I have a lot of work to catch up with, whether it's the courses I give at the Temple of Roses, especially now we are, I'm teaching about the Amazons, and I have like a whole content to put in place and create, which I really love doing. But at the same time, I sometimes avoid to be distracted by other things, and I see the day passing by between appointments, preparations, and all of this, and I didn't go out. I'm like, I need to go out and walk. So this deck motivates me and makes me just like jump into other, exactly, landscapes, into other territories. It brings colors to my life. Really, I so much love its colors. It's amazing. One of the things as well that we have been exploring with some of my clients is the healing with rays and the color therapy. I feel color therapy is really a small word for what really happens with the colors and the rays. I think we underestimate the power of these rays and of light, and how they can not only impact us and our bodies, but everything in the world. And we've been doing some meditations with the rays and so on. So it's really transformative, and I love it. I really love it, and it changes the energy. Like you can try it. You can really, it's really easy and simple, but at the same time it has great depth. Another thing that I've been thinking about as we work with our computers and we get quite busy with the screens and the readings and so on, sometimes our eyes lose the capacity to be amazed by the colors, to enjoy these shades. And so being in nature for many days without having access to internet was of great help to cleanse my body and my eyes from the other influences. I felt that working on my liver as well, and the detoxification process cleared my eyes so that I can see even better. The doctor or the ophthalmologist I have been going through to even before the trip, because I have been doing some exercises with my eyes and with my practice of martial arts. He has been quite surprised because he has seen how my vision has changed. And while I'm really happy about it, I don't see myself changing my glasses every month because it has been really quite improving. So yeah. Other decks that I have been having around, even if I might have showed this to you, but I have put in publication these two decks, Little Wonders. Little Wonders is a deck that I have created with my friend Steph. It's a deck that is quite gentle. I would love to use it a little bit more now because I feel it would be of great contribution to bring calmness and also just that mindful connection to some of our tools and emotions daily. Another deck that came to my collection as well that we published recently, I think as well I showed it to you, but it's the Flowers, Spirits and Stories. And this deck has been waiting for many years. I'm really happy and proud that it's already out now through print on demand, which works for me better at the moment as I am moving into many places. But the art style by Anastasia, whom I've worked with before for Become an Oracle, her style is just like a fresh air breeze for me. She's really gentle, and that exactly embodies the energy of some of the flowers. Gentleness, but at the same time precise, and holding that those secrets that we only hear the whispers, and we have to kind of tune into or connect to a different level so that we can hear them. And this deck is that. And I have already some stories for these flowers, and I hope to have time to put more. So I will let you know when all that is ready. But this deck is already ready for ordering. So I will stop the video here for now. I'd love to get back to you with some of the decks that I'm thinking about letting go and saying goodbye to them. Sometimes I put them in a box, and few years or few months after, they don't want to leave. Nobody wants to buy them. And I'm like, what is about this deck? And like the Tarot de Saint Croix, it calls me again. So I hope these decks that I'll be showing you in the next video will leave soon, or else, maybe they will call me again. So have a great day, and I will see you soon.